Hi guys, it's Mrs. Santiago here, and today we are going to be going through the notes for your OneNote, Chapter 6, page 26, the verbs poder and probar. So I'm going to eliminate the table of contents and make the pages big so that we can all see what we're doing. So at the top, above the notes page, it says the verbs poder and probar are grouped together because they both have a similar stem change. Okay, so let's go through and take our notes. Tu pruebas comidas nuevas? Okay, so probar was tricky if you did the pace lesson. It's not what you would think as you go through it. So think about comidas nuevas. This is not the number 9. That would be nueve. Nuevas equals new. Okay, so think about that. What is it asking you? Tu pruebas comidas nuevas? Okay, think about that for a minute as we're doing the next one. Yo no puedo comer las almejas. Tengo una alergia. So poder is a review, right? Yo puedo hablar español. Yo no puedo hablar francés. So poder, to be able to, gives off that idea of can. Yo no puedo comer las almejas. I can't eat clams porque tengo una alergia. So that should be because I have an allergy. So poder and probar are stem changing verbs. They both go from O to UE. The O to UE changes in all forms except nosotros, which makes both of these boot verbs. So let's look at this again. In Red Lobster, mi amigo, it should be prueba. It's an AR verb. Prueba la langosta. Le gustan, this is bad. Le gustan los mariscos. So in Red Lobster, my friend, think about it. What does he do? Because he likes it, what is he going to do for the first time with langosta? Hopefully we got the idea that he's going to try it. It's a new food for him. Then let's look at podemos. En mi casa, nosotros podemos cocinar los perros calientes en la barbacoa. So at my house, we are able to cook hot dogs on the barbecue. Okay, so let's start with the verb chart for poder. Poder, to be able to. In English, we say can. Okay, so it's an O to UE stem changer. Because these are both stem changers, they're going to be a 3-step process, right? Chop, change, and add. Okay, so I'm going to chop off that ER. I'm going to highlight it to chop it off. Okay, save that for a minute. Okay, now let's write in our stem with the stem change. So, puede, 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 puede. And then we're going to go back to the original stem. So this becomes pod. Now let's add in our endings. Okay, yo always ends in O, yo puedo. You have 2 big toes. Toes reminds me that this is puedes. Where am I getting that E from? Right here. El, ella, usted, Eddie, one person, one vowel comes from above, puede. And I'm going to jump over to do 2 or more people. They ride in the van. Okay, so van reminds me that this is pueden. Okay, now nosotros goes back to the original, but it takes the regular stem podemos. Not stem, takes the regular nosotros ending, EMOS. Okay, so let's just say those together. Puedo, puedes, puede, podemos, pueden. Again, this is a boot verb, so we're going to draw in our boot. When we draw in our boot, everything inside the boot takes the stem change, and this just reminds us that Podemos, the nosotros and vosotros form are kicked out. Okay. Let's go on to the second verb, probar. This is really our new verb for the food chapter. So probar, which was tricky to figure out, I bet. Probar means to taste or try. Now, here we're talking about trying foods, but in the chapter on clothing, we're going to be trying on clothing. Okay, so it becomes again, the 3-step process: chop, change, add. What am I chopping off? I'm going to chop off the AR, and I'm left with PROB. This is the stem change right there from O to UE. So I'm going to write that in first. Prueb, 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 prueb. Okay, now up here I'm going to switch because this one goes to probe. Back to the original. Okay, let's add in our endings. Yo pruebo, this is an AR verb. Tú pruebas. El, ella, usted, any one person or thing. Prueba. Nosotros probamos, just regular AR endings. And ellos, ellas, ustedes, any 2 or more people. Prueban. Again, AR verb. So now I'm going to draw in my boot. Because as we said, 3-step process. That means that there's somebody being kicked out. Okay, so pruebo, pruebas, prueba, probamos, prueban. So here they're grouped together because we have 2 O to UE stem changing verbs. All right, let's take a look now at the homework. So in this, I have given you an example. ¿Qué pruebas en los restaurantes? So the first ones, you have Chili's, Outback, Denny's, Burger King, and Ben & Jerry's. So remember, probar means to taste or try, and you can keep it in the yo form and talk about yourself. We're always hoping that you can communicate with fluency about yourself. So I did it for IHOP, and I said, en IHOP, yo pruebo los panqueques de arándanos azules y un jugo de China. So think about the restaurant. If you're not sure about the food, go ahead and look up the menus. And then what would you try? You can start with yo pruebo. Then the next part, ¿qué pueden cocinar tu familia y tus amigos? So what is your family and your friends able to cook? Here's my example with John. Now notice the people are going to change on this one. So I'm talking about John, and here I'm saying John no puede cocinar. Notice I'm negating it to say is not able, and you're welcome to negate if you'd like to. And then I put poder and then the verb cocinar in the full infinitive after it. John no puede cocinar. He's not able to cook, pero puede hacer un sándwich de jamón y queso. But he is able to make a sandwich of ham and cheese. So now you need to do that for mi abuela, mis amigos, and then talking about yourself. Yo, what are you able to cook? Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Gracias.